10:30 a.m. CSL Dallas, are you ready to celebrate? We are a spiritual community deep in the heart of Texas, connecting with kindred spirits around the world. And you are invited to explore or dive right into our powerful teachings, practices, mystical experiences, and heart-opening connections. And today, we welcome back Dr. Petra, who will be helping us to find inner peace. So join us as we will learn to grow ourselves, co-create with the universe, experience joy, all while transforming the world one life at a time. So CSL Dallas, if you're online or in person, I invite you to get up out of your chairs and help me to welcome the CSL Dallas music team.
Oh, if you're from Texas, you know how to do this. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than I am, and I can use it. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than I am, and I can use it. Sing it again. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than I am, and I can use it. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than I am, and I can use it right here. There is one life. That life is love. Life is love. It's perfect, whole, and free. That love is flowing now through me. That love is flowing now through me. Oh yeah. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than I am, and I can use it. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than I am, and I can use it. Say it again. There is one life. There is one life. That life is love. That life is love. It's perfect, whole, and free. That love is flowing now through me. That love is flowing now through me. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than I am, and I can use it. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than I am, and I can use it. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than I am, and I can use it. There is a power for good in the universe, flowing now through me. Sing it again. Flowing now through me. Sing it again. Flowing now through me. Sing it again. Flowing now through me.
Okay, so thank you to Willie Dunn for writing that song and her debut on the platform, singing it. Thank you so much. We are in desperate need of new thought music of all kinds and genres, and I did not know we were going to do country this morning, and I love it. It's fabulous. All I wanted to do is two-step. So, I'm Dr. Petra Weldis, and I'm your platform assistant today. How fun is that? Yes. Okay. So, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to say our purpose statement. Ready? Here we go. We are radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, transforming lives. And so it is. So that's what we're up to, and if you want to be a part of it, please do go out and subscribe to any of our channels, leave us reviews. All of that stuff helps us. Ryan Brown does an amazing job bringing us to the top of the heap for spiritual centers here in DFW, and your participation with rating and reviews really assists in people finding us. The number one way people find us is by Googling. And so the more that you put out there for us, the more they will find us. So please do that. Okay, so I'm going to do the announcements here. Oh, and I'm going to talk about myself. How fun is that? Okay, so the first thing is we on the 4th of July weekend, I can't remember what Sunday that is, whatever the Sunday is of the 4th of July weekend, the 6th, thank you very much, I'm going to do a Breaking Free workshop. Breaking Free. Ooh, man, I don't know about you, but I have spent a considerable part of my life feeling stuck and or in trying to fit in. Stop it. Don't do it. And so we're going to talk about ways in which to break free. I've certainly explored this in my own life, talked to a lot of people, done a lot of coaching around this. And it's an opportunity for both in person and online that Sunday afternoon to spend some time breaking free. So please do join me, sign up at the CSLDallas website. And if you're ready to dive into if you're ready to dive in to a class that will blow your mind, join me on Thursday with Thomas Troward and Consciousness and the Creative Process. It's a fabulous opportunity for us to think about how our consciousness evolves, how the consciousness, the infinite consciousness evolves as we evolve, and how we really can engage more deeply with the creative process. And if you have questions about these things, right, you get all spiritual, you have your meditation and you feel all aligned, and then you're going to like speak your word and your brain goes, I don't know about this. Thomas Troward gives your left brain something to chew on while the rest of you accepts the truth. So if you're one of those yeah but people, I don't get how this works, I'm not sure I believe it, I don't really know about it, this class is for you. So join me this Thursday, please do sign up. It's going to be a fabulously good time, and it is also hybrid, in person and online. So those are the two things that I'm doing coming up, and I hope to see you there. Okay, so we have our fabulous music team. As you can see, we have Candy and Aaron and Willeen and Denise on the platform. We're so excited about that. And Brad and Jonathan and Matt is obviously somewhere in the world doing his thing. And we have Jason on the drums, sitting in for Matt. We love it when you're here with us, Jason. We love it when you're here with us. Thank you so much. We miss Matt, but we love you. So just to invite you to go in within now. Settle back in to yourself, to the music, and to our centering with practitioner, spiritual coach, Jan Young.
Every step is holy. Every breath is life. Every moment precious when held up to the light. Every heart connected. The face of God, grace has shown me. Every step is holy. Every step is holy. Every breath is life. Every moment precious when held up to is holy. Holy, holy. Sing you right here. Come on.
Let's go within. Recognizing and remembering that indeed every step is holy. Not just those steps that we call good, but even those ones that we call challenging, bad, or even those ones that we want to forget. For every step has led us to this place, this now moment. And in this moment, every heart is connected. Every face is the face of God, each in its own individual expression. So breathing that in, I remember everyone, every breath, and every step is holy. Affirming this is so and with you, and so it is.
Is holy.
Also, I'm noticing we have a growing dancing section back there, so, feel free to join. You don't only have to be in the back, you can also be on the side. It's all good. I know, right? Oh, man, don't go away. So Candy and I were talking about this morning. Months ago, I picked the topic of finding inner peace, and a month ago or two, we had picked this song, Om Shanti, and by Ricky Byers, right? Is it Om Shanti by Ricky Byers, right? Yeah. So Om Shanti is one of the ways of saying that prayer for peace. Om Shanti Shanti, right? The universe is peace. Let me be peace. And in the escalating issues of our day, it seems more and more and more important that we stand in that place. Make me an instrument of peace. Right? Because we understand that it doesn't work in the long run to be against things. But it does require the courage, the intention, and the willingness to stand for things. And so peace as that presence, make me an instrument of that peace, means that we are willing to be that peace in the midst of fear, doubt, and uncertainty, to find that peace in the midst of fear, uncertainty, war, hatred, anger. It means that we speak for it, we walk for it, we act for it in whatever way is ours to do. But the most important way that we do that is in consciousness. So I invite you to join me. Go within. Recognizing that there is an infinite power in presence, one life. One life which is both the unmanifested, infinite mystery of the divine presence and the glorious creation, the stars, the heavens, and the earth, sky and sea and water and wind and trees, and all of our relations. All of it. One life. One precious expression of the infinite. And both Mother Earth and Father Spirit hold that infinite in their hearts and seek to express through all of creation the presence of life, of love, of joy, of peace, of abundance, of wholeness, of connection and belonging, of order and harmony. All of it in balance and beauty. And you and I, and not only all beings, but all people everywhere, we too are included. That one infinite life. That one infinite life that has chosen to express itself individualized in each and every human being. Seeking consciousness, seeking awareness, seeking self-expression in unique, infinitely unique ways. This is our birthright. It's also the goal to be fully expressed, fully expressing that love and light and joy and abundance and wholeness and beauty and all of it, not only through nature, but through humanity itself, through each one of us. And because we know what we are, co-creators of the divine, we speak the word of creation. Creating within humanity a desire that is expressed, not just hoped for. A reality that is everywhere, not just wanted, but is the outpicturing of our true nature. And we speak this word for peace, for and about peace, peace among nations, peace among people, peace among different kinds of people, peace in our government, peace in our state, peace in our nations, peace in our world. Not sameness, not uniformity, not everybody having to believe the same, toe the line, look the same, but a deep, inclusive peace that allows every life to thrive. Every human heart to love. Every creative act, every gift to shine. And so we stand witness in our own consciousness today for the arising of peace. For the arising of peace in the hearts and minds of our leaders. For the recognition that peace is the answer. That there are always ways to move forward. For there is an infinite intelligence that knows how to make this happen. We don't need to know because we lean into the trust. We don't need to be afraid because life knows how to evolve. And intelligence knows how to reveal itself. And peace is always at hand. We stand witness to that peace arising. We stand witness to the truth being revealed. We stand witness to humanity continually expressing more and more of its true nature. The divine made manifest. And all of that pouring itself through each and every one of us into our own creation, this life that we create collectively together. And so let this song be our prayer for peace.
in the earth.
Thank you to Candy and our wonderful band and the lovely Ricky Byers for that beautiful prayer today. Yeah. And it is fascinating to me that we had picked the topic finding inner peace. Ooh, man. So a little challenging these days, yeah? Sometimes, wait a minute, I think I have to change my view here. There, now I can read it all. Okay, good. So yeah, finding inner peace. When I have peace in my mind, right? So there's a, I can't remember, I don't know whether it's Lao Tzu or just a Chinese saying. It might be Lao Tzu. And he says, if you want to have peace in the nation, you have to have peace in the community. If you want to have peace in the community, you have to have peace in the home. If you want to have peace in the home, you have to have peace in your heart. So peace always begins with me. Always begins with the individual. All right, it's very easy to say, well, I'll be peaceful when you're different. It's very easy to say, well, I'll be peaceful when there's no crap going on in the world that I don't agree with. It's easy to be peaceful when I'm always only with like-minded people or when I'm mostly by myself. And yet, that is only the beginning of peace, right? What we need and why we pray for peace isn't for those moments, is it? We pray for peace when we don't feel peaceful. And it feels very far away for whatever reasons. And so today we want to explore a little bit about finding inner peace. What are the things that stand in our way? And what are some antidotes to the things that stand in our way that maybe open up a space within us for peace to grow? I don't think finding inner peace, actually I've spent a lot of time thinking about this, I'm not sure it's the correct title. It's not about finding inner peace. It is actually choosing inner peace. We don't find it by accident. We don't find it by hoping it's going to appear and looking for it. No, we find it by becoming it. We choose inner peace. Always and forever. It is always about the choices we make. Ernest Holmes says this about inner peace. A state of inner peace is a consciousness of the goodness of God and the beneficent attitude of the universe. A realization that joy can come to everyone. It has a definite effect on mind, body, and affairs. Right? Inner peace changes everything. When we are able to walk through the world with inner peace. I think sometimes we confuse inner peace for acquiescence, resignation, well, it's just the way it is. Let it be whatever it is. When in fact, I think what inner peace is really is most closely aligned with what we talk about as being centered. Being centered. Being centered within ourselves, being centered within the truth, being centered into the knowingness, this consciousness, this realization that the goodness of God, of life, of the infinite reality, and the beneficent attitude of the universe means it is inherently for us, for life to continue to grow and expand, for good to evolve. It is inherently designed for this expression, or ultimately it would implode and cease to exist. This is the trajectory. And our ability to see this spiritual truth despite the world of appearances is the beginning of us choosing peace. To see beyond the world of appearances, not to deny them, not to pretend that they're not there, and not to not do anything about it, but to recognize that there is something more going on, that there's always something more going on. And that is the awakening of life to itself, the awakening of us to our own nature, to what we are co-creating, and the ever-present opportunity to choose alignment with life or to choose something else, to choose joy, love, peace, presence, activity, giving our gift, contribution, or to choose something else over and over and over again. And it starts right here. So I thought about the 3 ways that we rob ourselves of our own inner peace and what might be the antidotes to this. Well, as near as I can tell from my own life and from the lives of the people around me that I've worked with, is the very first thing we do is we rob ourselves of peace through procrastination and perfectionism. Yeah, right? I don't know anything about either one of these. Right? So what's really interesting is we often talk about perfectionism, and in our spirituality, it's a little challenging how easily that gets hooked, because we talk about being whole, perfect, and complete. Spirit is perfect, therefore I'm perfect. And if we're not careful, we think what we mean is worldly perfection, perfectionism. It's also easily coupled with the striving to be normal, the striving to fit in. And I want to be a perfect girl, a perfect child, a perfect mate, a perfect this, a perfect that. And then we're not, and we feel bad, and we feel guilty, and we feel worthless, and all the things that we feel, and then and other people feel that, so they help us feel it too, right? And we all collude together about how imperfect we are and how awful it is, and we strive for this perfection, which is not it at all. It's not about being perfect as we understand it today in our current culture. It's not about being flawless. It's not about being static. But we strive, and it's not about being normal. It's about being ourselves. Procrastination, which you may not know, is actually the highest form of perfectionism. Because if we never finish something, we don't have to see how imperfect it's going to be. And if we procrastinate till the very last minute, I know nothing about this one. If we procrastinate till the very last minute, and then we have to race to get it done, we have an excuse. Well, I had to do it at the last minute. I was too busy. I had to do it at the last minute. So this is the best I could do. Right? Little bit of an excuse there. And so procrastination and perfectionism, and then what? It creates frustration, creates worry, it creates uncertainty, it creates a sense of not belonging, it creates a sense that continues to undermine our worthiness, our deserving, all of the nonsense that we say to ourselves, which if we recognize who and what we are, we realize is nonsense, right? These 2 things undermine the truth of our being and create a serious amount of lack of peace. Ernest Holmes says this: to find peace in the midst of confusion, we must realize our center is pure spirit. To reach this place of confidence and faith in the midst of doubt and uncertainty, we should consciously unite our thought with the divine mind, the divine one, the divine spirit, God, whatever you want to call it. Don't get hung up on mind. Notice, it doesn't say to find peace, avoid confusion. It doesn't say to reach a place of confidence and faith, we must forget about doubt and uncertainty. No. No, it says to find peace in the midst of confusion, to find confidence and faith in the midst of doubt and uncertainty. Do you see, we have to start by remembering what we are. And we are not lost, broken, unworthy beings. We are, in fact, the individualized manifestations of an infinite life that seeks nothing more but to pour itself into expression, creatively, joyfully, lovingly, connectedly, belongingly, into expression. And to begin to own who and what we are, not arrogantly because everybody else is too. It's not because we're any better than anybody else, but because we're actually all that. All of us are that. And so it is to consciously unite our thought. Our thought. This is where it starts, right here. No, that's not the truth of me. No, that's not the truth of me. No, that's not the truth of how I want to behave. No, that's not how I want to respond. This is the truth. I am the light. I shine in the darkness. I bring love where there is hatred or fear. I stand witness to peace in the midst of whatever's going on. Do you see? But it begins by knowing who and what we are. That's why we begin with this conscious uniting. Oprah Winfrey says it another way, equally true. I think she's just restating this in a way we might be able to hear. Joy is a sustained sense of well-being and internal peace, a connection to what matters. How often we forget what matters. And we're pulled into being perfect, to trying to make sure everything is perfect, to trying to make sure we fit in just right, nobody looks at us funny, whatever it is. But to stay connected to what matters, being love, giving of our gifts, being creative, contributing our light, showing up in the fullness with the best of who we are at any given moment. Joy is a sustained sense of well-being and internal peace. These are the antidote to perfectionism and procrastination. So let's move on to number 2. Judgment and criticism of others robs us of our inner peace. Our criticism and judgment of them, but more importantly, our taking on judgment and criticism of others. All the ways in which we allow these things to impinge upon us, right? All the ways that we have an opinion about how another person should be, should behave, doesn't do it right, or is behaving in a way that we actually know beyond the shadow of a doubt is incorrect, is not in alignment with spiritual truth. And yet we find ourselves caught by it. And what do I mean by caught by it? I mean emotionally, humanly caught and impacted by it. As opposed to being able to see with deep spiritual eyes, that's not the truth of how a human being behaves. These are not the truths of what it means to be spiritually enlightened. We see with one set of eyes the spiritual truth, and with the other set, we speak for that spiritual truth. We speak truth into the room. And so, the antidote to the judgment and criticism is 2 things. The Dalai Lama says this: do not let the behaviors of others destroy your inner peace. Easier than it, right? Harder than it sounds. Sounds easy, not so much. Because we want it to work out and we want it to be different. But it's only when we can disengage emotionally that we can act or speak or be from that place of peace. Do you see? Inner peace is already there. Peace is already present. Remember, that's what we understand. The infinite nature of the divine is always already present. And so it's when we don't allow ourselves to be impacted by the behaviors of others that we are less likely to forget that we are already in that place of inner peace. Inner peace begins the moment you choose not to allow another person or event to control your emotions. Pima Chodron. Again, easier said than done, but this is part of the spiritual work. It's called spiritual detachment. It's a recognition that all of that emotional response is from our trauma, from our false beliefs, our false sense of unworthiness, our need for it to be different than it is. And we've gotten caught into the human condition. We can only actually engage with another person's behavior in a compelling manner when we ourselves can move from that place. I think of it as centered. I don't always think of it as inner peace, but I think of it as centered, so that then we can act or speak or write or march or sit on our meditation cushion or do our spiritual mind treatment from a place of being centered and speak that co-creative word. Do you see? It's not about denying the behavior of another or things that we see in the news that we don't agree with or that frighten us, but it is about not letting that destroy our sense of what and who we are. Do you see? Over and over and over again, remember, it's not denial. It's not putting your head in the sand. It's not seeing it. It's about not allowing ourselves, our human self, to be hooked in our traumas and our false ideas about who and what we are. This includes our criticism and judgment of ourselves, right? Remember that perfectionism and procrastination, which we then beat ourselves up for, right? And we do to ourselves what we do to others. We allow that to become our reality as if it were true. I remember the first time I realized that just because I had a thought did not make it true. And do you know that that's equally as true with your feelings? Just because you feel like you don't belong does not mean it's true that you don't belong. Just because you feel dissed doesn't mean that you are being dissed. Right? Could be that it's being hooked, it's hooking into something. All of these things, but we judge and criticize ourselves because we feel and think from our human self only, not from the truth of our being. I love this, Ralph Waldo Emerson's "Nobody can bring you peace but yourself." I mean, it's true. You can try to control every condition of everything all around us, and then, I don't know about you, but I'm so anxious trying to control everything that there's no way peace is ever going to enter my mind or my heart. When you do not seek or need approval, you are at your most powerful. Carolyn Mace. Right? That's when we judge and criticize ourselves. If only you'd said that better, or why did you think you could, give that speech, or whatever it is. And do you see, when we stop judging and criticizing ourselves and others, we begin to unhook, and we talked about this in the Science of Mind class this morning. Now I can speak from truth, and I may say, that's not okay. I may even say that's wrong. But without the hook, there's an opportunity to speak it into the room that maybe can be heard, or that maybe can make a difference. Or I might speak or act or write from that deep place that invites someone to join, as opposed to create opposition. Right? We know that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So the more push or force there is in this judgment and criticism, whether for ourselves and others, we are automatically inviting the response. And when others are forcing and pushing, that's what they're hoping for. And our job is to stand centered and say, no, that's not okay. No, that's not who we are. That's not who we are as a family. That's not who we are as a nation. That's not who we are as humanity. Whatever it is that we can say no to. But do you see, it comes from our centered place, our deepest truth, not from the judgment and criticism that we have, or the need to fit in, to be approved of, to be liked, all of those things. And the more that we try to do that, the more we have robbed ourselves of inner peace. Oh, and my personal favorite, the third thing that robs us from inner peace, resistance and distraction. I really don't know anything about this. Resistance and distraction. Well, resistance can be a lot of things, but a lot of it is denial. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to read about it. And oh my God, it can't be happening. Resistance is also about making things wrong. They may be wrong, but we can only speak clearly about it when we are not in resistance to it. Do you see? This is spiritual maturity. This is not our little girl. Oh, for me, she's either 4 or 14. Oh, God. And 4, she has tantrums, or she cries. At 14, she just rebels. Go ahead, make me. Go ahead. You're not going to make me. Right? Resistance. Or distraction. I can't deal with it, so addictions. For me, it's reading novels, or for some people, it's binge watching, or retail therapy, or whatever the things are that we do to distract ourselves from being present to what is. Yeah. So, next week we're going to talk about Be Here Now. But this is a little taste of it. Okay? Because if we're going to find the stillness and the Sabbath and peace in our lives, there's only one place we can find it, and that is in the present moment. I love this quote from Lao Tzu. If you are depressed, you're living in the past. If you are anxious, you're living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. Right? Yeah. I mean, I had to really breathe that in. I love this quote. And do you see, the antidote to resistance and distraction is to ask myself, am I feeling a little depressed? I can't believe I'm getting ready to retire and there's all this crap going on in the world. Oh, it's so depressing. Oh, I'm living in the past. I had hoped it would be different. I'm anxious about what's going to happen when I retire because there's all this stuff going on in the world. Oh, now I'm living in the future. But this morning, being in the Science Mind class, and today, being here with you, it's a lovely thing. It's a lovely moment. Do you see? Right here in the present. Right here in the present. Always coming back. In this moment, to this moment. Yes, it doesn't mean we plan. It doesn't mean we don't plan, and it doesn't mean we don't remember. But when there's all those feelings associated with it, do you see we're not living here in the present being about those things? Right? And then we don't have to be in resistance to it because it hasn't happened yet, or it's no longer happening. And we don't have to distract ourselves from it because it hasn't happened yet, or it is no longer happening in the moment. And we can be fully present, fully centered, and engage. Do you see how different that is? We engage then from our internal sense of peace. Okay, hold on to your hats. I love this one too. You will find peace not by trying to escape your problems. Shit. Come on, isn't that what spirituality is about? We're going to transcend them all. You will not find peace. You will find peace not by trying to escape your problems, but by confronting them courageously. You will find peace not in denial, but in victory. Yes, right? What do they say? The only way out is through. The only way out is through. So it's through the things that I'm afraid of. It's through the things that cause me to be anxious about the future or depressed about the past or whatever it is. It is confronting them courageously. And what does that mean? But to bring the spiritual truth to bear. I will not be fooled by circumstances or the evidence of my senses. Because we know beyond the shadow of a doubt the ultimate cause is our spiritual truth and that which we set in mind in consciousness. And then when we act or move or be or think or talk or whatever, you see, we have a place to stand. We are grounded in our inner peace, and we can trust the process. Trust the unfolding, trust the universal intelligence and the law, which is always moving for life, regardless of how it looks in the moment. Yeah. And then we have peace. And then we have peace. It's going to be okay. We'll find our way through. It's going to be okay. We're going to learn something new. It's going to be okay. We're going to try something new. It's going to be okay. Somebody's going to have the answer. It's going to be okay. We're going to do it together. Do you see all of that? Is a new way of looking at it rather than I'm anxious, I'm afraid, I'm judging, I'm criticizing, I'm trying to be perfect, or I'm simply not going to deal with it and procrastinate and hope it goes away. Yeah, that's where we find peace. You know, it took me the longest time to understand that peace was different than relaxation. Peace is different than relaxation. It's different than vegging out. It's different than not being engaged. Peace is that internal state. What did Ernest Holmes say? Let's go back to that very first one. It is a consciousness of the goodness of God and the beneficent attitude of the universe, a realization that joy can come to everyone. It has a definite effect on mind, body, and affairs. I expect when I am operating from that place of peace that life does in fact conform to that. May take some work, may take a little time, may take some conversations, some doing this, may take some treatment, may not have to go to a spiritual coach, whatever it is. But it must conform to that out-picturing, because I've moved from that place of peace, from that centeredness. Do you see? And this is the work. That's what we call it, spiritual practice. It's great to learn to touch that on our meditation cushion and in our spiritual mind treatments. But when we need it is in the midst of confusion, in the midst of fear and doubt. So these ways, I have to get back to where I was. Hang on just a minute. So how to find inner peace. In one easy answer. Are you ready? Breathe. 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 What happens when we breathe? We breathe into our center. We instantly connect. Breathe. You know, there's a reason why they used to tell everybody, they don't do it anymore, unfortunately, but they used to teach in school, if you're activated by something, count to 10 before you do anything. Before you speak, write, or open your mouth, count to 10. What did that counting to 10 give you a chance to do? breathe, 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 right? And the more we breathe in our meditation, the more consistent we become with our ability to take those centering breaths, the more powerful and effortless it actually is to get back to that place of inner peace. Now, are we going to do it perfectly? Oh, no, right. We left perfectionism behind, right? Yes, absolutely. We're not going to do that anymore. We're going to do it to the best of our ability at every moment that we remember to do it. And if we didn't remember to do it, we're going to do it as soon as we remember. Right? Yes. Breathe. It is the first step. Because breathing, well, there's many things that happen. First of all, when we breathe, we activate our parasympathetic nervous system, right? So when you breathe, make sure that when you take that centering breath, you breathe down into your abdomen and you allow your rib cage to expand. Don't just breathe in your abdomen. Have your whole being, your rib cage expand and your diaphragm, and ladies, stop sucking in your tummy. Breathe with your whole body, right? Do you see? First of all, you'll bring your consciousness and your breath down into the center of your being. Second of all, when you open up your rib cage, you're accessing the parasympathetic nervous system by stimulating the vagus nerve, which is designed to get you out of the fight or flight situation that you have gotten yourself into. All right, fight or flight is the amygdala hijack that happens when we feel as though we are under attack, that there is a lion coming to get us. And we don't know whether to stand and fight or flee or be like a rabbit, just freeze. Hopefully they won't notice us. Yeah. So when we breathe, we have a physiological thing that's happening, right? We access different feelings in our bodies. We breathe shallowly so we won't feel pain. But remember, the only way out is through. So we have to feel whatever has activated us. We have to feel it and question it. Is this true? Byron Katie's lovely thing. Is it true? Is it really, really true? Not is it true on a human level, but is it true from a spiritual point of view? Am I really under attack? Am I under attack in this moment? And then when we can breathe, now we've accessed that moment. Sometimes the most important thing in a whole day is the rest we take between two deep breaths. Deepak Chopra calls it the gap. The rest we take between two deep breaths. Why? Because it is the moment of choice. It is the moment where we've created a gap between stimulus and response. That, if you want to know, is where we find our inner peace. In that gap. And to get to that gap, the breath, every single time, will open it up. Now, sometimes you can do it in one breath. Other times, it takes 10, maybe 20. It's okay. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. And don't respond until you have accessed that place where you can choose how you will be, what you will do, what you will say, where you will deal with your fear or your doubt or your uncertainty. How will you engage with it? Do you see? And so when we do these things, we find and access our inner peace. So to close, I'd like to invite Utopia to come on up here. He has a beautiful piece, spoken word piece, to share with us on this.
Give a round of applause. That was awesome. Inner peace. Man, it looked nice up here. Greetings, CSL. My name is Utopia. Been a member now for a few years and excited to share a gift with you all today, and thank you for allowing me to. I wrote a poem, which is a short story as well, and I titled it The Enemy versus the Inner Me. So if you'd like to, feel free to feel first, listen second, and if you'd like to close your eyes to vibe, please do. I really hope you enjoy. Nights like this I cry. I've laid asking God why. Feelings of depression rushing to my heart, stressing. Lessons keeps repeating. The same old broken record. Earth school cycles regressing. Fighting through the enemy deception. Still left with the same question. Why? Why me? My childhood hurting memories? Why? Why me? Financially in poverty, distractions from TV. The Most High will liberate me from this false perception. I will have my harmony and a peace, a strong higher self connection from this false reality. Suicidal thoughts and jealousy, addictions and felony, self-suffering, and the best that I must just let go. Walk in faith and believe the kingdom of God is within me. Dry my tears, shadow box my fears, my third eye see clearly. Wipe the fog from my bathroom mirror. Is the enemy playing mental problems with my memory? Did I create this all? So I started breaking down family generational laws. Now affirmations all over my wall. I believe that I have it all. I am amazing. I am great. I am enough. I am powerful. I am brilliant. Freed my ego, spiritual liberation, and enlightenment, and elevation, shedding the old, a metamorphosis. 4 stages, I am the bumblebee. I am the rose through the concrete. I surrender to the higher me. Nights like this, I cried. I was up late asking God why. Why? Why not me? I now liberated my inner me. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Woo. Beautiful, thank you, Utopia. Yay, so we'll be hearing more from Utopia in the future, and hopefully our other spoken word artist, now that he's back from India, we'll be hearing some things from him as well. That'd be awesome. Okay, so last set of announcements. We'd like to invite the greeters to come forward for the offering, and hang on, let me do this correctly. Here we go. So we're going to say our abundance affirmation together. I call forth and manifest abundance and happiness from life. I accept my good as I prosper and thrive in all that I do. I know that CSLDallas is a prosperous, creative, empowering community, and we are grateful for our boundless good. Thank you. So it is. So there's lots of ways to share of your abundance. There's a QR code coming around in the basket if you'd like to use that, and there's lots of other ways to share. And of course, you can put cash or check in the mail or in the basket, which saves us credit card fees, which is always a really wonderful. Okay, so today we're having the beginning of 3 of our June community meetings. You're all invited for a conversation and connection as we navigate through my retirement over the next 6 months or so. These are 1-hour meetings facilitated by our executive coach and change management expert, Shauna Black, and are offered at 3 different times. So today, starting at noon, in person only, Are we going to start it in here? Are we starting it in here? Are we starting it in? Yes, we're starting it in here, and then you'll go into a couple of other rooms to have small breakouts. It will also be on this coming Wednesday at 7 o'clock. In lieu of our meditation and conversation, we'll be having this again in person for those of you who prefer to come on Wednesday nights. And then next Sunday, June 29th at 12 noon Central Time, it will be online only. So for all of our online folks, or if it's more convenient for you to do it then, we have 3 different sessions. We really invite you to come and share and talk with each other and be in the process so that we can all move through this in a really joyous way together. So please plan to attend at least one. Support the community, support each other as we navigate through this transformation to CSL Dallas 3.0. Okay, so hang on. Oh, this is a new circle. Willeen, why don't you come on up here, because Willeen's going to make an announcement after this. If you're looking for a way to connect and create something beautiful, come to a new circle we're offering. Actually, it's the rebirth of a circle we've had in the past, right? And so this is a Stitches circle that will kick off on July 6th from 11:30 to 2. So July 6th is obviously a Saturday. Is that correct? No, 11:30, that's a Sunday. It's always on Sundays, isn't it? Chris, stand up so people can see you. Chris Gallant, everybody, yay. So she's starting this new circle. They'll be meeting every first and third Sunday of the month to crochet and knit while sharing spiritual connection and practices. In the past, we've done all kinds of cool things. You can crochet and knit for yourself. You can crochet or knit for something that we want to contribute to kids in the hospital or to homeless, however that all unfolds. To learn more, head to our events page and select circle events or talk to Chris and find out more about Stitches so that we can be creative together. There's so many wonderful ways to do that. All right, so Willeen, who's writing all this fabulous music and is on the music team, is also going to talk about fun with friends.
Hello. So you've been signing up and doing fun with friends things, and maybe some of you have gotten in the system and gone, this is so hard. I can't fill out this stuff. Look, we're here to support you. And all it is it's a registration page. Also, when you select a seat, you just look and see if somebody's already bid on that seat. Just go to next and next and next until you find an open seat to bid on. And if by accident you have bid and then it says you've been outbid, you do not have to get in that until every seat is filled. So just go to the next, and your admin, which would be Ty and me and other people on the team, will go in and clear those for you. So we'll just leave your one seat. And you can also select to pay, just pay for it. So if an event's $35, it says you own the seat for $75, that might be easier for you, just own the seat. And so you don't have to do the bid process. Also, guys, sign up. I mean, today we're going to be over here at the table. We're going to help you go through this process. If you need help, we'll get you registered. We'll show you how to do. I'll answer questions for you. But your hosts have really put a lot of time and energy in coming up with things that you can do together and have a good time and have fun. And plus, we want to get together outside of here so we can actually explore conversations and being together in a way that creates community and just getting to know each other in a different way. We get to talk here, but it gets more in depth when you're at a home. And I want to introduce somebody who's hosting Fatima, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her event, and then meet us at the table after.
So good morning, everyone. My name is Fatima, and my co-host, Sammy, and I were hosting the mask making art workshop with Fun with Friends. So you get this cool little blank mask canvas that you get to decorate and design however you want. If you're into painting, we have lots of different types of paint that you can use to paint it. If you're more of a drawing type of linear person, we have markers and all kinds of things that you can draw with. If you like to be dazzled, we have glitter and sequins. We have flowers and butterflies and all kind of little nifty things that you can create yours with. There's only 12 spots. So go and bid and just come out and hang out with us, have fun, create, and make a mask.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Walina. And a huge shout out to all the 19 events that we have. There's surely one for you. So you can also bid as a group, get all your friends and say, okay, I'll bid on seat 2, and you bid on seat 3, and you bid on seat 4, and we'll all go together. So absolutely. So please do get your questions answered. If you've tried to bid and you're not exactly sure how it goes, they will show you exactly how to do it. Lots of cool stuff. If you have not picked up a written catalog, we have them. You can browse through it. It might be the easiest way to browse through and see what all the information is. We've got catalogs. You can pick them up from the greeters or as you go out. We really want you to be a part of this. Don't miss out. All right, so we're going to close out now. We'd like to invite you to stand, whether you're at home or here in the sanctuary. Join us as we sing out our celebration together.